Welcome to the 10th annual Kulpmont Car Cruise, Kulpmont, Pennsylvania. We'd like to give a special thanks to Mr. McPhee and WKMC, Mount Carmel Area High School TV. First coming, we have the East End and the West End fire apparatus. I'd like to give a special thanks to our cash donors for the Kulpmont Car Cruise. We have gold medal donors, Shimock's Furniture, H&P Construction, Zalaki's Bodywork, Rock and Block, Vanding's Insurance, End Zone Bar and Grill, West End Automotive, Nolan's Lumber Company, Turles Sword and Drain, UNG Consultant Company, Two Guys Restaurant, Vince Guarna, Pennex Powder Company, Giorgini Construction, Lentini Shoe Store, Lucas Funeral Home, B&B Oil, Carl's Auto Center, Subway, Walmart, Frackville. They're the gold medal donors. We have our silver medal donors. We have Chickatanos, General Contract, Stutz's Funeral Home, Steve Slayton, CPA, Hepler's Beauty Salon in Kulpmont, Automotive Toy Store, Fuel On, and Dr. Priskevich's Dental. Our bronze donors is Kulpmont Sportsman, Wansley's Distributor, Ed Greco's Attorney, Colleen Barco, Hair Salon, J&S Landscaping. If anyone's interested, Shamokin Mount Carmel Area Car Enthusiasts. If you are interested in forming a local group, have weekend car cruises, participate in parades, other events, and travel as a group to car shows, if any of these or others are something you're interested in, you can email localcarcruise@gmail.com. We want to get together about 10 a.m. Saturday, June 30th in the parking lot of Old Ames' store. That's on Route 61 just outside of Shamokin. 10 a.m. Sunday, July 1st is the rain date. That's localcarcruise@gmail.com. It's a Shamokin Mount Carmel area car enthusiast. Something, that would be kind of interesting for the community. You have to contact Roy. And that's one more time, that's at localcarcruise@gmail.com. And I'd like to give a special thanks to Archie's Shoe Store for letting us use his store to broadcast this event. So here we go. 10th annual Kulpmont Car Cruise. And this one is the biggest of them all. We got over 200 vehicles in here. And now we have, once again, East End, West End fire apparatus in Kulpmont, Pennsylvania. There's the West End. This here is a 1924 Model T fire truck. He's driven by the chairman, Joe Cesare. Purchased in Minnesota. Pictures on the side of the Twin Towers, New York City. Comes with an LG bell ladders, helmets, and the siren.
What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Joe Cesare. I'm from Kulpmont.
So what kind of vehicle do you have here?
You have a 1924 Ford T. I guess it's what do we call that, guys? A T, whatever. Model T, okay? It was purchased in Minnesota.
Wow.
And when it came over here, there were a couple of things that had to be done to it. And as you see, my brother finished everything off. He has the twin towers. He wanted to make it, you know, something that brings back some memories for people, but everything works on it. Now this car here, this vehicle here, you need about 5 hands in order to actually drive it, because what looks like the brake on it, the handbrake, is really also your gear shift.
Oh, wow.
The bell works on it, the light works on it, the spotlight works on it. I'll go to the other side and we'll do the siren. And there, ring the bell.
Where? This?
There you go. Now you're a fireman. There's a company from Carlisle that goes cross country, and we found this there. It was purchased there, and then they bring it back. They bring it back from Minnesota. 4-cylinder engine, but it's and the funny thing about this is that it's a gravity-fed gas tank, which means if you're on a hill and you don't have enough gas in it, it doesn't pump it to the motor, okay? Because it's gravity fed.
So how long have you had this?
Well, this is my brother's from over on Monastery Road in Elysburg. I would say he has it for about 10 years.
Wow.
But it's the first time it's ever been out in this kind of a parade.
Wow, so we're getting the first appearance here.
Getting the first shot. Everybody's getting the first shot at it.
Wow, that's pretty neat. Do you think it's going to win any awards today?
Well, you have to understand that anybody that's on our committee, we are not eligible for awards. We don't give anything to any of our people. As you see all these cars parked here, none of them will get any kind of a prize. They just come out and help at the cruise, and it's our 10th year, and it's got bigger and bigger every year.
So you just do it for the fun of it?
We do it for the fun of it, and we do it because we see all of the older people reminiscing, and that's the best part about it. Here's this gentleman right here. He's reminiscing. He remembers when, okay? You wouldn't remember when, but he remembers when.
It's a 1940 Ford Deluxe Coupe driven by Sean McDonald from Joe Cesari's grandson. First band, here's a live band. Another Side from Frackville, at times featuring the Jordan Brothers and Mike Acker, former lead singer of the Mud Flaps. Sponsored by Zalaki Body Works from Marion Heights. First car we got coming up, Thomas Litwin. Thomas Litwin. 2000 Ford Mustang GT from Catawissa. Mustang, that's nice, 289. That's Carl Starkowski from Carl's Auto Center. We got Rich and Patty Mychak coming next, and their 2003 Corvette convertible from Kulpmont. Behind them, Kevin Powell, 1955 Chevy 3100 pickup from Mount Carmel. These are a couple of our sponsors and a couple of the people that helped in the cruise. There's Vinny Clausen in his brand new Fiat. I want one of them things. We got Harold and Verna Keck, 1938 Chevy sedan from Lidditz. Right here, 1938 Chevy sedan, Harold and Verna Keck from Lidditz. Brian McLaughlin, a 1971 Dodge Demon Sizzler from Shippensburg. It's a nice car. And we got Knoebels. Live band. Knoebels Amusement Resort. That was nice of them to bring that. That was a working carousel there. Some features, I think, on that one. Ron and Dick Knoebel, park owners. There's Ron Smith in a 1963 Ford Falcon from Kulpmont. Ron is one of the committee members also, as long as Kevin Powell, Carl Starkowski, Joe Cesare, Rich and Patty Mychek, Joe Clokas. Yeah, that's a Porsche. And Carrera. The GTO. That's driven by Jacob Zach, 1965 GTO. There's Gary Hickson. This is Gary and Pat Hickson, a 1940 Chevy Coupe from Mount Carmel. Beautiful car. We got here Darrell Esther in a 1997 Ford Thunderbird from Cole Township. Here it is, Darrell Esther, 1997 Ford Thunderbird from Cole Township. Donna and Jeff Myers in a 1967 Ford Mustang from Lebanon. And we got William Stedjek, 1941 Plymouth Special Deluxe from Hazleton. Joe Marco, 1969 Chevy Camaro SS from Lebanon also. Here we got Barry Rohrer, 1940 Chevy Coupe from Myerstown. Wow. A lot of these people, we have distance here. That's good. Joe Cole, 1994 Toyota pickup from Benton. All the way from Benton. We got Dave Pfeiffer coming here in a 1949 Chevy pickup from Summit Station. Yeah, beautiful day today, and like I said again, what an outcome. I mean, it doesn't get better than this. Joseph Harvey in a 1934 Plymouth Coupe from Newburgh.
What's your name and where are you from?
Joe Harvey, and I'm from Nuremberg, Pennsylvania. It's outside of Hazleton.
Wow, alrighty. So what kind of car do you have here?
It's a 1934 Plymouth Pro Street. The car was capable of running 9/8 and a quarter mile.
Wow. So is this original here?
No, this is a souped-up hot rod. This is the real deal.
So what kind of engine do you have?
It's a small block 350 blown with nitrous.
Alrighty. So how much work have you put into this car?
A couple years worth.
A couple of years worth?
Yes, I just got the car back from Vegas, actually.
So how long have you had this car then?
I had it for 5 years. I sold it to a guy that I originally bought it off of. And then he called me and asked me if I wanted to buy it back.
So what's your favorite feature about this car?
Everything.
Everything? You don't have one specific
It has air.
That's a good thing in an old car. So is everything else original on here except for...
No, it's a steel body car. Yep.
Have you ever raced this car?
No, the guy that I originally bought it off of has, yes.
He has raced it. Have you received any awards for this car?
Yes, several.
Have you received any here at the car cruise?
No, this is the first time I was here with this car.
All right. So you've been here with other cars then?
No, this is the first time I knew about this car show. So.
Alrighty. Well, good luck today. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Michael Deet, 1999 Toyota 4Runner that was from Benton. I was supposed to slow down a little bit there. Len Hoover in a 1990 Corvette Coupe. He's from Ashland. Joe Clokas in a 1941 Willys Street Rod there from Natalie, Joe's Auto Body. Beautiful car. We got here coming is a 1946 Chevy pickup. They're all the way from Enola. Ed and Kim Gruder. I got Hank Hendrickson here in a 1988 Cadillac. He's from Berwick. They said we got some distance. Over 200 vehicles here today in today's event. Billy Hutchins He's in a 1930 Ford. It's a Model A replica. Beautiful car. Mike Hughes, 1933 Dodge Coupe from Shamokin.
What's your name and where are you from?
My name's Mike Hughes, and I'm from Shamokin.
So what kind of car do you have here?
It's a 33 Dodge Coupe.
Wow. So how long have you had this car?
2 years.
2 years. It looks in really good condition. Did you put a lot of work into it, or is this what you when you found it when you bought it?
Not really. I just cleaned it up a little bit. The car was built 25 years ago, and when I got it, it only had 600 miles on it. So now it's got like 2,300. So I'm enjoying it.
You're enjoying it. Do you do a lot of competitions? Like, do you come to a lot of car cruises, or?
Yeah, I have a couple other cars too, and a truck. But this right now is my favorite.
Favorite one. So what's your favorite feature about this car?
Because I was always grew up Dodge, you know, Mopar, and I never thought I'd even have the opportunity to own one, but I finally got one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's neat. How have you come to this car cruise before? How many times have you been here?
This is my 5th time.
Your 5th time?
First time with this car, though.
First time with this car, though. So have you received? So you haven't received any awards then yet with this car?
No.
Not this with them.
Not any. I don't really. I've got trophies from like other cars and trucks and stuff like that, but it's to me it's just, you know, the people getting together and coming out. It doesn't matter if I get a trophy or not. I mean, it look good on the shelf, you know, but yeah, it's all about having fun.
It's all about having fun. You're right on that. So can you tell us about your engine? What type of engine is that?
It's called a 400 HP. It's a Chrysler motor, and it has some work done to it. And it's got the headers 4-barrel. It's got a cam in it. It's got a 727 transmission shift kit. It has all the goodies.
Bill Angelo, 1994 Chevy Corvette. We got another Corvette here, Glenn Kramer. They're both from Chestnut Street. 96 Corvette.
Number 138, red Corvette.
', 2001 Chevy Corvette convertible. Ray Bartossi. We got Joe Melcherick for his 99 Corvette from Mount Carmel. Brian Sherrock, 96 Chevy Corvette. '57 Ford T-Bird.
So what's your name and where are you from?
Dave Klinger from Mount Carmel.
So what kind of car do you have here?
Oh, it's a 1957 Thunderbird.
So how long have you had this car?
About 12 years.
12 years. Have you put a lot of work into this car?
It's never been touched.
Never been touched? So everything's original here?
The only thing I put a new carburetor on it.
So what kind of engine do you have?
It's a 312.
So what kind of, how much horsepower is that?
About 250.
250? So I hear this is a pretty rare car. What's your favorite feature about this car?
I always wanted one. And to find one in this condition, it's almost impossible. Because these rusted out horribly back when they were new. Mm-hmm. And this has no rust on it whatsoever. It's never been restored. This is completely original. And what's unique about the car is the color. As far as we know, it's the only one that exists in this color.
Wow. So you're definitely going to keep the color the same then, never going to touch that, right?
I asked the Ford Motor Company because I'd like to get it repainted. Well, the paint's 55 years old. And they said, you go right ahead. It's so rare, you can paint it almost any color you want. It wouldn't matter because it's on the data plate on the firewall of the car. It shows what the original color was. And they researched it, and they said as far as they knew, it's called gunmetal gray. And they made 2 shades that year, a dark one and a light shade of gray. And as far as Ford knows, this is the only dark one that exists.
Wow.
I might be wrong, I don't know, but I'll take their word for it.
Might as well.
They made it.
So, is it your first year at the car cruise, or have you come here before?
This is about my 5th or 6th one.
Have you won any awards in previous years?
I said, let the people that came from out of the state or whatever, get these awards and stuff. It'll make them come back again.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because, I have a whole room full of trophies and stuff, and they just collect dust. They're nice to have,
Yeah.
I will admit. But no, give them to people, put a lot of work into their cars and stuff. They deserve them.
Barry Duke, the 1974 Volkswagen Beetle from Salingsgrove. Steve Shalley, 1929 Ford A, Model A from Ashland. Looks like we got a Grand National coming here, if I can see it. Yep. Jeffrey Baravosky here in a 1986 Chevy Monte Carlo from Mount Carmel. I was wrong. Dries Rubendahl here in a 2006 Chevy Corvette from Elysburg, Pennsylvania. Right behind them, we got a 2008 Chevy Corvette. I think they're from Kulpmont there. That's Ken. Joe Zuber in a 1956 Ford Victoria from Elizabethville. John Lazarski in a 1986 Chevy Corvette. Coming up here from Oricksburg. Right here, John Lazarski. We got, excuse me here for this one, but Ken Ron Schiller, 1967 Chevy Camaro from Hamburg.
So what's your name and where are you from?
My name's Ken Rentschler. I'm from Hamburg, Pennsylvania.
So what kind of car do you have here?
67 Camaro RS.
How long have you had this car?
I bought this when I was a senior in high school in 1978.
How was it in this good of condition, or did you put a lot of work?
Not quite. I put a lot of work to it. It's a ground-up restoration, complete.
So what
I did
kind
everything myself.
Wow. So what kind of engine do you have?
327.
Have you ever raced this car?
No, I've never raced it, but from what I've heard, when it was bought brand new off the showroom floor, it was a dragster for the first 5 years of its life.
That's crazy.
And then from what I heard, the guy who dragged it gave it to his wife. She used it for a number of years. She sold it to a guy I went to school with, and I kind of got it from him because I wanted it bad.
Well, how many awards has this
many.
received?
Many. I'd say probably 25, 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you been in this car cruise in Kulpmont for
This is the first time I'm here.
first time?
Yep.
So hopefully there's some good luck this year.
Yeah, that's fine. Trophies don't bother me. I'm here for the good time in the cars. That's what I'm here for.
Is this the original paint, or did you repaint this?
This is repainted.
Repainted?
This is the second time it's been repainted.
Wow. So
It's an original color, Madeira maroon, a factory color.
is the interior all original? Because that looks pretty
No,
nice.
that's all been redone. Everything's been redone, yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Been repainted, recovered, everything.
So what's your favorite feature about this car?
I would have to say the hideaway headlights.
Why is that?
Because they just look so nice in the front. I mean, really, did you look at the front?
I haven't yet, but I'll have to
The
see.
hideaway headlights in the Camaros are awesome. It's one of the best features I like about the car. Definitely.
Definitely. Alrighty. Well, thank you for your time.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Jacob Zach in a 1969 Z28 Camaro from Ashland. Right there is a 1991 Z28 Camaro. They're from Paxinus, Corey McCabe. Dewey Fisher there in a 2012 vet from Milton. Beautiful car. We got John Schreffler coming in a 1931 Ford Model A Coupe from Ashland.
So what's your name and where are you from?
John Schreffler from Ashland.
So what kind of car do you have here?
It's a 1931 Model A Ford Coupe.
Wow. So how long have you had this car for?
About 11 years.
11 years. Have you done a lot of work to it? It seems like it's in really good
I had
condition.
completely restored the whole thing.
Wow. Even the engine?
Yep.
So what kind of engine do you have?
It's a 4-cylinder, 40 horsepower, straight flathead.
Wow. So
Everything is original.
Everything's original?
There's no plastic on it.
So is this paint the original too, or did you get that
I had
redone?
it repainted.
Repainted.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite feature about this car?
The age.
The age of it.
4 years older than me.
Wow. So you saw these a lot when you were younger, I bet.
Yeah, I had one when I was in school back in the 50s. I had a 1930 two-door sedan. Yeah.
Wow. So is that what made you want to get this?
Oh yeah, when I got married, I said when I retire, I'm gonna have a Model A. So 15 years ago I retired, and 4 years after I retired, I bought the Model A.
Wow, that's really neat. So is like the interior all the same too, or did you have to restore that?
No, everything is restored.
Everything's
Yeah,
restored?
the rumble seat, that's all restored.
Wow, with your
The
teddy
paint.
bears in the back.
Oh yeah. The bears are ones my wife wants supposed to be me.
Aw, that's sweet.
She passed away 5 years ago, but she still goes with me.
She still goes with you. That's sweet. She'd probably enjoy that you're still here. So have you been to this car cruise before?
Oh yeah, I go all around.
All around? How many awards has this car received?
I have about 40 trophies so far.
Wow, that's really impressive. Yeah, so do you think you'll win some awards today?
Well, I'm hoping.
You're hoping so.
I don't want to be greedy, you know.
That's not greedy if you have a great car like this. All right, well, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Right, welcome.
Joe and Rhonda Marco in the 1969 Z28 Camaro from Pine Grove, Pennsylvania. Albert De Sosa, 1993 Buick Riviera from Shamokin. John Yanosh, 1957 GMC half-ton pickup from Lofty, Pennsylvania. Nice truck, Joe. Rob Shipe, I'm sorry, 1971 Chevy Cheyenne from Sunbury. 1986 Chevy Camaro. Steve Stump from 1966 vet from Lebanon. Nice car. That was a 68 Camaro blowing by me there from Hazleton. There's a 57 Bel Air from Branchville. Beautiful car. Bill Zito in a 1959 Cadillac Fleetwood from Natley, Pennsylvania.
So what's your name and where are you from?
William Zito from Natley and 245 Colonial Avenue.
So what kind of car do you have here?
It's a 59 Cadillac.
Wow. How long have you had this car for?
Oh, about 15 years.
15 years. That's crazy. So have you put a lot of work into this car?
I have
You
Quite
have?
a bit of money, about 15,000 in it, I guess.
Oh wow, that's a lot. What did you do to it? Is this original paint or?
No, it used to be gray. It looked like a battleship. So then I had it repainted, and I had the chrome done, and the interior I had done a little bit.
Wow.
Plus the motor and engine work I done myself. But we have a lot of fun with it. It's a nice toy, you know.
Yeah, it's a really nice car. So it's pretty big. So what kind of engine do you have?
There's a 390.
390.
Yeah,
so
it's a 325 horsepower engine in it.
what's your favorite feature about this car?
The fins.
The fins.
Yeah, everybody sees the fins. You gotta watch so you don't hurt yourself on them, though, you know.
They're pretty pointy.
Yeah.
So how have you been in other car cruises before, or is this your first one?
No, I've been in car cruises for about the last 15 years, I guess. I have about 35 or 40 trophies already.
Dave Green, 62 Willys pickup from Hazelton. I like the Willys. Luther and Mary Ludwig in the 74 Stingray blowing by there, 90 from Ashland. Well, now we got the East End and West End fire apparatus coming back around here. We got a vet here blowing by again at the temperature scurrying here over about 85 degrees. It feels like it's 100. There's an old Buick blown by. There's Stutz. Stutz. She's in it every year with her car. It's a 1976. There's a second band coming up. See if I can get this on. It's Deuce from Mount Carmel area, sponsored by Shimock's Furniture Store. Deuce. Right here we got, it looks like, oh, this is a Mustang. Carol Shade, a 1967 Ford Mustang. They're from Valley View. Oh, that's a nice car there. Beautiful car. Love the paint job. Pontiac Trans Am. Here we got Dave Marquardt, 1955 Chevy Bel Air Street Rod from Kulpmont. There's Dave there in his car. 1955 Chevy Bel Air Street Rod. Janet and Harry Hudick. 1932 Chevy Sedan from Mount Carmel. Janet, Harry, and Hudick. Dave Green, 62 Willys pickup from Hazelton. I like Luther and Mary Ludwig in the 74 Stingray blowing by there, 90 from Ashland. Well, now we got the East End and West End fire apparatus coming back around here. We got a vet here blowing by again at the temperature scurrying here over about 85 degrees. It feels like it's 100. Yeah, there's an old Buick blowing by. There's Stutz. Stutz. She's in it every year with her car. It's a 1976. There's the second band coming up. Let's see if I can get this on. It's Deuce from Mount Carmel area, sponsored by Shimmock's Furniture Store. Deuce. Right here we got, it looks like, oh, this is a Mustang. Carol Shade, a 1967 Ford Mustang. They're from Valley View. Oh, that's a nice car there. Beautiful car. Love the paint job. Pontiac Trans Am. Here we got Dave Marquardt, 1955 Chevy Bel Air Street Rod from Kulpmont. There's Dave there in his car. 1955 Chevy Bel Air Street Rod. Janet and Harry Hudick, 1932 Chevy Sedan from Mount Carmel. Janet, Harry, and Hudick. Tim Swank in a 98 Jeep Cherokee from Millmont. There's a 50 Ford sedan from Tamaqua. '2007 Ford Mustang. They're from Northumberland. A.J. Hewitt. Danny Prenzel, 1928 Chevy Huckster truck from New Ringgold. That was a 1998 Eldorado from Cold Township. Tony Mizunas. We got Bob and Missy Petron, 1966 Pontiac GTO from Pottsville. Bob and Missy Petrosino. DeHollis Robbins in the 1923 Ford T from Bloomsburg. '23 Ford T. I don't see too many of them floating around. Pulling a deer. Pontiac there. Sleeping on that one, 69 Pontiac Le Mans, Williamsport. That was a 1972 Chevy. Going too fast there. Going too fast. Comes a Mustang. We got Bob Douglas in a 2008 Ford Mustang GT from Selinsgrove. Jeffrey Hine, a 2011 Dodge Challenger. They're from Wilkes-Barre. Frank Darren Seltzer, 1995 Z28 looks like. Yes, a Z28 Camaro from Catawissa. Jeff and Robin Thomas here in a 1970 Chevy Camaro. I'm from Williamsport. A 1985 Corvette, driven by Rick and Connie Perry, also from South Williamsport. Randy Schlegg in the 1930 Ford Model A from Shamokin. '2000 Mustang GT convertible coming here from Shamokin. Looks like shite. Roy Lenza, 1969 Chevy Corvette from Kulpmont.
So what's your name and where are you from?
Roy Lenza from Kulpmont.
Alrighty, so tell us about your car. How long have you had it? What model is it?
Okay, I've had this car just about 4 years. It's a 69 Corvette Stingray. It has in it a 427 big block engine. It's the second year of this generation of Corvette.
So how much work have you put into this car? When you first got it, was it in bad shape, or did you just come across a diamond in the rough?
It wasn't a diamond in the rough. There's quite a bit of work into it. It wasn't in deplorable condition, but there's been a lot of work done on it mechanically, the suspension. As you can see, the paint's not real bad, but it could use a new paint job. It is the original interior in it, with the exception of the carpeting, which is about 2 years old now.
Alrighty, well, how many years have you been here at Kulpmont going in the car cruise?
This is probably the 4th year.
Ryan Heller, 1997 Dodge 1500 from Mount Carmel. Big truck. Quentin Troughton, 1965 Ford Fairlane 500 from Atlas. We got coming here Gary and Beth Uholic in a 2012 Chevy Camaro RS from Shenandoah. Oh, I'm sorry. Byron Brubaker to 57 Bel Air. Winfield. All the way from Winfield, Pennsylvania. '83 Buick Hearse, Williamsport. Bob Essinger. We got Mike Burak, 1939 Plymouth Street Rod. All Mopar in that thing. They're from Shamokin. Nice car, Mike. Looks like a 91 Cadillac Eldorado driven by Jeff and Sharon. The Challenger gone by there. That was driven by Ron Lascavage from Shenandoah. That's Richard Red, 1971 Chevy Malibu from Kulpmont. We got Kevin and Tara Venus in the 1970 Chevy Chevelle SS. They're from St. Clair. We got 1931 Ford Model A coming up from Muncie. Hap and Donna Narr. Nice car. Love the flat black. Here comes Steve Peterman, 1978 Dodge. Little red express truck all the way from Muncie Valley. Here we got Steve Johnson in a 1971 Plymouth Duster from South Williamsport. Bernie and Jackie Kaminsky here in their 93 Vet from Atlas.
Can you guys tell me your names and where you guys are from?
Bernie, Jackie Kaminsky from Atlas.
So what kind of car do you guys have here?
It's a 1993 Corvette, 40th anniversary.
Wow. So how long have you had this car for?
Since January of 1993.
Have you put a lot of work into this car?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Just the way we got it.
Wow, it's in really good shape then. So what kind of engine do you have in this car?
It's a 350.
350. How much horsepower is that?
300.
You didn't do any work to this car then? It's just as it is?
Just wiped a little dust off it this morning.
I guess you don't drive it around as much then?
Not too much.
Not too much. So what's your favorite feature about this car?
It's a Corvette.
It's a Corvette.
Right, it's a Corvette.
Have you been in this car cruise before?
Yes.
With this same car?
Same car.
Same
yes.
car?
For what, how many years?
5 years?
No, it's more than that.
6 years.
Probably about 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So have you won awards then the previous year?
We got one trophy, that's all. The year before last.
Yeah, 2 years ago we got a trophy for it.
They don't think it's worthy enough for a trophy, I guess.
Oh, I think it's a pretty neat car. You don't see these rolling around on the streets every day.
No, not really.
Julie Papaniak, 1968 Myers Manx Buggy from Ashland. I don't think these are part of the parade here now. They're going to do their job. East End. Once again, I'd like to give a special thanks to Ronnie Lentini and Archie Shoe Store for letting us use his facility here. Chuck Seaman 1937 Ford from Pottsville. There's Joan and Mike Goodwin in the 56 pick Chevy pickup from Pottsville. We got Stan and Kathy Tharp in the 1950 Chevy from Williamsport. Gene Dale here in a 1940 Chevy sedan. They're from Linda, Pennsylvania. That's a 1971 Dodge Charger 440. Sin Gill. We got Stanchik in the 2011 Ford Mustang 5.0 from Warwicksburg. Again, I'd like to give thanks to Mr. McPhee and WKMC Mount Carmel Area High School for letting us film this spectacular event here, the 10th annual Kulpmont Car Cruise. Enough money here that we had raised for sports, the athletic programs, and the playground for Kulpmont, which will be up this year, sometime in July or August. There's a vet by Bill Weichel that just passed us. We got Pizzella, Anthony Pizzella, 1972 Olds, 442 from Kulpmont. W30, rare car. Marlon Bresci in a 2008 Pontiac Solstice from Milton. We got Chris Wagner here in a 1973 Ford Mustang from Milton. Steve Knock in the 1999 GMC 3500 from Mount Carmel. Vic Nestico coming up here, an 86 Ford F-150 from Kulpmont. Well known in Kulpmont. Victor. Frank Brosh there in an 88 Ford F-250 from Mount Carmel. Paul Redinger coming up here in a 2006 Ford Mustang from Elysburg. We got Alan Kyle, 1964 Dodge Custom 880 station wagon from Bloomsburg. That thing has a 440 under the hood. Charlie and Evelyn Wagner, an 88 Cadillac Coupe de Ville from Frackville. Jeff Rothermill from Shamokin in his 1940 Coupe. It's like a 66 Chevy Nova there in Cole Township. 1994 Ford Ranger from Cole Township, Eckerd. Wow, did he go by fast with that Can-Am Spider. Took 012 from Atlas. Dukes, you got the Dukes going by, a 69 Dodge Charger. The Mustang that just went by there is an 05 Ford Mustang. They're from Excelsior. That Mustang there is a Mustang that was actually very, 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 very limited. A rare piece. It was somebody's Mustang that was kind of famous in a way, and that was one of them. I probably think that that's just one of one. We got a, looks like a Demon coming here, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, I'm sorry, a Duster. 1971 Plymouth Duster. Driven by Kevin Sherman from Cole Township. Here we got a 1957 Chevy pickup. Dan Shingar from Shamokin. Brian Stitch from Mount Carmel in a 1986. Oh, not that. That's a vet there. This one here is the 1986 Olds Cutlass. Stitch from Mount Carmel. There's another Olds Cutlass, but that's a 85 model 442 T-tops. Nice car. Got Batesy, Justin Bates from Natalie. And this is a pretty interesting vehicle here. It's a 1967 Kaiser M715. It's a J15 truck. Jeep. I think that thing's bulletproof. The World War II car. Matt Ventilli, his Mustang, 2000 Ford Mustang from Mount Carmel.
What number is it?
There's a 5.0. It looks like an 89, 94 Mustang Cobra SVT. I was wrong. Right here, Cobra SVT. Sounds good. From Tremont with Scheibe. That's a old. There's Dose again. Our last band we have coming here is the Shore Alliance from Ashland area. Region's best polka band, sponsored by H&P Construction. There's a 2001 Mitsubishi Eclipse there from Bloomsburg. We got Mark Hart in a 1979 Chevy Corvette from Cole Township. This is Willie Ramp Jr. in a 1956 Ford Crown Vicky from Jersey Shore. Beautiful car. There's a Kirby sticking out the side of it. Very nice. This is William Ramp III, son. 1986 Mercury Cougar from Jersey Shore also. Originally from Kulpmont, I believe. 1972 GMC pickup, Bob Dillman from Frackville. $1949. We got a 1949 Mercury Coupe here from Port Trevorton. Bernard Zayton. Mercedes. Chevy Corvette 1975 from Sunbury. We got Tom Towers coming in a 1956 two-door hardtop 210 series from Ashland. '90 Chevy Corvette coming. Jim and Bryce Bartle from Snydertown. A 1964 and a half Ford Mustang, driven by Tina and Tiara Bartle from Snydertown also. Two family cars, 64 and a half, a rare car. You don't see too many of them, especially in that condition. Beautiful car. 1970 Buick Riviera from Ashland, Joe Lescavage. Looks like a Monte Carlo there. Robert Heckler from Frackville. There's Monte Carlo, 86 SS. Looks like a caddy coming up. Yes, it is. Got a 1961 Cadillac. There were 62,000 original miles on it from Sunbury. That's nice. We got a 98 Chevy Corvette here, driven by David Scott from Atlas. And we also have an ambulance coming through our parade, so make way. This is a first. '98 Chevy Corvette. That's an LS1. That's a beautiful car. David Scott from Atlas. On Cabbage there from the 1948 Chrysler from Ashland. Raymond Cabbage. Dane York there in a 55 Bel Air from Kulpmont. It looks like a 2008 Saturn from Kulpmont also, Jay Barilla. 64 Chevy Corvette from Sunbury. Malibu, flat black Malibu SS for you. The 65 Malibu. There's an Impala. Schlegel there from Cameron Street. 1967 Ford Galaxy. Dave Schlegel. Looks like a new Audi coming here. Nice car. An Audi TT. Corvette. Yeah, that's a 93, if I'm not mistaken. Run by Tim Wallace of Wilburton. Here comes a custom here flying. 1946 Ford Coupe. Ted Ferrari, Girardville. We got Rick Wilson there, turning around, chief of police or Kulpmont. Another Ferrari there in a 36 Ford Coupe. Richard DeGreger here. And 1972 Chevy Chevelle. There's a Ford Fairlane getting pushed. There's a Mercury convertible. Montego. They're from Elysburg. Ron Wallace in his 2011 Chevy Camaro from Ashland. Nice car. We got Tim Staniszewski here in a 1961 Chrysler Newport from Catawissa. '65 Stingray Vet. Butch Hanner from Pottsville. Has that thing in a Pottsville Cruise. Tina Delbo in a 67. Looks like an old barrel there. Right here, we got Tina Delbo in a 1967 Ford Mustang from Atlas. Official pace car there. 1979 Datsun 280 2X. ZX, I'm sorry. They're from Shamokin.
110 is after that. And 100.
Valerie Malukas and Jesse Bear in the 2006 Volkswagen Turbo. It's a Jetta from Mount Carmel. That's a nice car. Got Challenger 392 Hemi in that car. That was driven by, oh boy, Mopars going by here. And I can't even get them on. The 79 Corvette, John Arnold from Shamokin. Rich Mazak from Gilberton in the 69 Camaro. Got two Mopars that went, new Mopars that went by there, and I couldn't even get them on. Going too fast. 68 Olds Cutlass here. Vinnie Roman from Fackville. Jim and Joy Emmerich here, 1978 Chevy Corvette from Fackville also. Tony Bodeman here in a 2000 Dodge Dakota RT from Hughesville. Noah Queepers, 1954 Mercury, 1994, I'm sorry, 1988 Corvette there from Ashland. We got a 2007 Ford Mustang convertible. Jumpin' Joe Collins there from Pottsville. It looks like a Willys. 1946 Willys Jeep. Drove by Derek Shingara, Shamokin. That thing's old. '2008 Saturn Sky. Howard Howell of Elysburg. Property Damage Consultants in the 2011 Chevy HHR from Kulpmont. Ken Cupra, 1978 Chevy Vet from Mount Carmel. There goes that Mercury. I love that car. Monte Carlo 2004 SS Mike Caton from Mount Carmel. 1955 Chevy. That's nice. From Pottsville, 1968 GMC Stepside, Bill Hefner. Jeff Rubendahl in the 1990 Ford F350, I believe. This thing here, I don't know how they get in it. You need a ladder to get in that, and I think it's for sale. Yes, it is. Beautiful truck. Dalmatia. Looked like a Grand Prix all the way from Dalmatia. There's the polka band there. I didn't get to say them before. The Shoreliners. Rob Lashinsky there with 93 Ford F-150. '88 IROC Z. Tony Grady, Marion Heights. Still got more cars to go. That's how long this cruise is. We got a '86 IROC Z Barilla from Marion Heights. Trans Am. We got a 84, looked like an 84. 72 Nova SS, that's a nice car. They're from Wilburton, Ted Johnson. There goes a 98 Camaro Z28 with a ticket. Trevor Johnson from Wilburton. This is a Ford F-150 XLT 2010. There goes a Cavalier racing, staying here with the lights coming up. And the Thunderbird. And again, we got the fire truck, a 24 Model T fire truck. That thing there is original and beautiful. There's no words can describe that.
So what's your name and where are you from?
Excuse me. My name is Joe Liskavich. I live in Ashland. You're looking at a 70 Riviera. This Riviera is the last of the Riviera fastbacks and the last of the big block motors. It's the only Riviera that came with fender skirts. Other than that, you got yourself a good machine. It's a nice car, like all the rest of them. You know,
How long have you had it for?
We keep them up. I have multiple old cars.
Multiple cars?
Not only this one. I have a 69 convertibles. I have a 30 DeSoto. I grew up with the old cars back in the 40s and 50s. Hey, I will tell you my age, but then you won't talk to me no more.
So, Did you have to do any restoration to this car, or was it in pretty good shape when you first got it?
I do most of my own work.
Most of your own work?
As much as I possibly can at my age now.
Yeah.
If you talk to anybody my age, they'll tell you that they can't even get underneath the cars anymore.
So what's your favorite feature about this car?
Well, in my generation, it's the motor.
What kind of motor is it?
It's a 455 Ford or Buick. It's GM Buick makes their own motors too. Other than that, nobody gives Buick any credit for muscle, but I think Buick has as much muscle per weight as any car in its class. Say, go Cincinnati, they better stay on top. I'll be very disappointed. I was with the Cincinnati since 1950.
So what's your name and where are you guys from?
I'm Ron Zelenko. I'm from Seltzer, Pennsylvania.
What's your name?
My name is Valerie Zelenko. I'm from Seltzer, Pennsylvania.
Alrighty, well, can you tell, what kind of car do you have here?
This is an 87 F-150 4x4 truck.
Wow.
I bought it brand new, and that's what it looked like when it was brand new.
How long ago was that?
Back in 1987.
Wow, so you've had it ever since?
Yep.
Have you put a lot of work into this car, or was in this good a condition?
I just took care of it.
You just took care of it? So,
I had it repainted. It had to be repainted because I had rust spots on the two back fenders, and the guy put metal in. He didn't put body putty.
So
that's the way it came from the factory, though.
Oh, really?
Yep, exactly. And the truck lived two dealerships. They went under, both of them. They moved to one place and then they went dead, and then the other place they went under.
Can you tell us about your engine?
Engine's a 302.
302. How much horsepower is that?
I have no idea. It's a V8 engine. That's all I know.
So, what's your favorite thing about this car?
The color.
The color? Have you been in this car cruise before, or is this your first time?
No, this is the second time I've been up here. I was up for the first one I missed last year.
Oh, boy.
But I didn't get no paperwork, so I didn't know where to go.
Oh, boy.
Well, I've been in quite a few. I've got, 7 trophies, and 4 of them are first place.
Wow, from this car? From this truck alone?
Yeah.
Wow, that's really impressive. Do you think you'll get some awards this year?
If I get them, okay. If I don't, it was a good day out. We enjoy meeting all these people.
Yeah, it's a neat experience here.
It's relaxing, and we enjoy it.
Yep, that is neat. Alrighty, well, thank you for your time, and I hope you guys get a trophy today.
Thank you.
Thank you. So what's your name and where are you from?
I'm from Cole Township. My name is Tony Masunas.
What kind of car do you have here?
It's a 98 Eldorado Cadillac.
Whoa, so how long have you had this car for?
About a month and a half.
So I bet you haven't put that much work into it.
No, I just cleaned it up and made it look good.
So can you tell us about your engine?
It's a Northstar V8. It has the 32 valves in it. It's a fast engine.
Wow. So you haven't raced this car yet?
No racing.
You don't race it then?
No, it's a luxury car.
It is really nice. So what's your favorite thing about this car?
Luxury. It's just luxury, and it has the roof down. It's nice and cool.
So what made you want to buy this car?
It's just an eye catcher.
Just an eye catcher?
And I always had convertibles too, and I liked them.
Yeah, that is a nice car. Well, have you been to other car cruises with other cars? Or
no. A couple of years ago I had one, and that was it.
Oh, so this is your first time coming to this car cruise?
No, I always drove for somebody else.
Oh.
But I enjoy it.
Now you have your own car for
Yeah.
So, do you think you'll win some awards this year?
I hope so. It would be very nice.
So what's your name and where are you from?
Barry Duke from Selinsgrove, Pennsylvania.
So what kind of car do you have here?
74 Volkswagen Beetle.
So how long have you had this car?
Oh, probably 20, 30 years, I'm not sure.
Have you put a lot of work into it, or was it in good condition when you first got it?
It was pretty good when I got it, but we've gone over it quite a bit since then.
What kind of engine do you have in your car?
1600 stock engine,
How much horsepower is that?
60 horsepower.
60 horsepower?
Has 29,000 original miles on.
Wow. So what's your favorite feature about this car?
Oh, I like that it's red.
Is that the original paint, or did you paint that yourself?
It's been repainted. I like driving. I've been working on Volkswagen since 1964.
Oh, wow.
So
has this car won any awards, or is this your first time here at the Car Cruise?
won quite a few awards already.
Name's Rich Ludwig. Everybody calls me Luther.
All right.
I bought the car because I'm a Yuengling Lager fan. I seen the green, and I couldn't help it. I was drawn to it like a moth to a neon light. So I begged my woman to buy it for me, and she bought it. And we're here today having a whole bunch of fun.
How much work did you have to put into this car? Was it in good condition?
I didn't put any work into the car at all. It's the way I bought it. It's all original, matching numbers. And we have a lot of fun together with it.
How long have you had the car for?
4 years.
4 years. So you haven't done any work. This is original paint and everything?
Original paint, everything. I put tires on it, and I won 11 trophies with it already.
So you've been in 11 competitions, or how many competitions have you been in?
I've been in like maybe 20 competitions.
Have you been here every year?
Yep, every year since I bought the car.
Wow.
350, 300 horse. This is the last year they made it with the full horsepower. After that, they cut the horsepower down to 195 because of the government rules. Too fast for a person like me.
So have you ever raced it?
Yeah, and I run mid-11s.
Get you on television.
So what's your name?
John Clocus.
Alrighty, so how long have you been taking pictures?
Well, I started in high school. Off and on, I've been taking them probably 20, 30 years.
Wow, so how do you get such great results? These pictures look really cool.
This is a new process. It's relatively new in this area, but I would say in populated areas or cities, I think it's used a lot more. It's called high dynamic range. You take a number of exposures and combine them in a HDR program such as Photomatics. And of course I took a Photoshop course from the New York Institute of Photography, and a picture of my brother's 1940 Willys I won an award for. After I'm done with the pictures in Photomatics, I take them into Photoshop and edit them.
Wow. So what are you doing here today at the car cruise?
I'm going to take pictures of as many cars and trucks that I can, just in case. I've given my business cards out, and if they would call me that I would have their vehicle, I could do some jobs for them. I got 2 jobs already, motorcycles.
Wow. So how many years have you been doing this new thing, or is it just brand new to you?
I'd say about 3 years I've been doing high dynamic range.
So how many years have you come to the car cruise? This is your first year here, or have you been here many years doing this?
I think I've only missed 1 car cruise. This is about my 3rd or 4th car cruise.
Alrighty, well, are these for sale today? Is that why they're on display, or is it just for people to show that it's your business card that you're going to take their pictures?
They're actually for sale, if anybody wants to buy them. I'm going to ask them to leave them there so people can see the example of my work. And I give my business cards out. Plus I have a slideshow of more work that I do on a computer.
So how can people buy your pictures?
They could just ask anyone here at the stand, at the table, and I have the prices on the back, and they could just pay me.
So what's your phone number, so if people get in touch with you that they see your work and maybe they want to call you up and see if they can get something from you?
Okay, 570-373-3819.
I'd like to take a second here and talk about our door prize sponsors. Billy and Michelle at Bumpers Beverage would like to thank you a lot for all the t-shirts. I'll tell you, we had enough to go around, I think, for every single car in this car show. Mount Carmel Auto Supply, Napa of Mount Carmel, CarQuest of Mount Carmel, Union National Bank of Mount Carmel, Advanced Auto, Cole Township, Shane Erb from Snap-on, Nate Snyder from Mac Tools, Brandy and K&W Tires, Lancaster, Lehigh Tire from Hazleton, Steve Shannon Tires from Bloomsburg, Joe's Body Shop from Natalie, Pennsylvania, Carl's Auto Center, Mount Carmel, Alexander Toyota, and last, Joe Benedetto from Macdo Tools. Special thanks to all the sponsors and people that donated money and people that took the time to help here. Enjoy.